show you how to use the anemone flower, and this is part 2, how to make a different flower again using the anemone flower and anemone leaves. So to get started, I've already done this. You cut the die into an A6 piece of card as explained in part 1, and I've got all the pieces here I need to use. Just move that out of the way. But what I've done this time is I've cut the flowers, I've cut the leaves, but what I've also cut are some centres. And to do that, the centres I have used are these, the John Next Door Funky Snow Flowers, or Funky Snowflakes, from the Christmas collection 2021. So if you've got these, they make the most perfect centres, as well as making really sort of funky snowflakes on there. So I've cut those and just gently shaped them. But this is a really simple technique, because all I'm going to do is I've cut all the 8 flowers, so a little bit of an ink, and I'm using like a sky blue, on a finger dauber, and hold the flower in the air and just flick down the edge, and it just touches the colour on the edge. These have been cut in white linen card, so if you can see, just a little bit of ink, and you're running, I mean it's a little bit closer hopefully, you're just touching down, and then take and rub in the middle, and it gives you that almost 3D look of the colour. So I'm going to do the next one as well. So again, just touching in the air each piece in the middle, and we'll do the final one. And I'm using a quick dry ink because I'm going to fold them, and I don't like to wait for things to dry. And then you simply take each petal and fold it definitively in half along the cut line and fold up. In half, fold up, in half, fold up. So in half, fold up, in half, fold up, in half, fold up. Again on all of them, so really simple to do. In half, fold up, in half, fold up, in half, fold up. And then I've got 2 of each size. So what I then do is I've already shaped the snow flowers, and I'm just going to take a little bit of craft artist glue and put a blob onto, once I get it running, every time I forget, put it onto the center and glue that in. A little bit more glue around the edge and put that in at offset, so it's completely offset. And just take something like your ball tool or something like that and just press it in the middle, and then simply re-pinch your petals. Make sure you leave it long enough to hold, and re-pinch your petals, and then you can add, get it right John, and then you can add a pearl or anything else in the middle there. Every time I do this, I do it slightly differently and get it wrong. So there we go, that's glued. Okay, so again, the other way to do this is to take a little bit of glue glaze and just pop it in 3 places on the petals around that central ring. We then drop that in and again press it down. Don't worry, your leaves will flatten, but all you need to do is just pop them back up, and again take one of the centers, a little bit of glue glaze on there, and we'll just pop the center in, and again give it a press, get it nice and glued together, and just pinch your petals again along that center fold. You can see here's a little collection of them that I've made. So you can leave them like that if you want to. You can also take, I've got some white pearls here. So I'm just going to drop a little white pearl into the center of each. Is a self-adhesive stick-on pearls. Just to give you another centre. And again, you could colour these with alcohol markers to give you a yellow centre or whatever you want. But I like things to keep to the same sort of colour tone. I'm not going to waste that one. And again, I would probably put a little bit of glue glaze in. It's not going to come off my finger, so I have to take that one off camera. There we go. So we've got those flowers. Really simple, really easy. And what I'm going to do now is just bring in a pre-made card that I've got here that's using, so this is the waste card from the video demonstration of how to do the canard edges. So this is really, really worth it. And again, I just want to show you how to colour a leaf. So I've cut the leaves, this time in this soft sort of olive colour. And I'm just in the air adding a little bit of green ink around, just to give it a nice little 3D edge. And don't try and be precise, you don't want to colour it all. I just want the colours to be a little bit sort of tone on tone. And for speed, I'm going to use a glue gun. But I think a really nice little collection of flowers here around the top will work. It's terrible with the strings. I've never found a way away from the strings. So I'm kind of butting the flowers up together. So I've just put 3 in. Let's get these strings off. And then all you do, once they're glued in place, is re-pinch those. Now, when you send this, I found I left some of these and put loads of stuff on top of them, and they tend to keep this pinched look. So you don't have to worry too much about boxes and things. And so I'm just going to take a couple more little bits of foliage and fill in anywhere I think there might be a little gap. And these are the anemone leaves, which were designed to go with the anemone flower. So there you go, you can go in there. But there we've got that beautiful little collection of flowers on the top of the card. So that's what to do with the anemone flower, part 2.